Hey everybody, welcome to Venture Outdoors with Kirk. Just a quick intro today. Did some squirrel hunting, tried to have a little fun with it. Do some comparisons to Call of Duty. Hope you enjoy it. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, hit that bell notification. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think. God bless, take care. I was watching a squirrel run across the ground when this one started chuckling right above me. So I end up hitting this squirrel. He jumps over to another tree, and then I see him laying right here in the crotch of this tree right here. So here's another issue. Walking around with the GoPro on all the time, you have long pauses where you're not seeing anything, and I turned it off and forgot to turn it back on. And ended up getting a squirrel right here. One more down. For all of you fly tires out there, you could use the tail. Just pull it right off that bone that's in there. And you could use this to tie flies. Whether it's the black one or the fox squirrel, they're gray squirrels. Actually, it's used in quite a few fly patterns, so not a bad idea. Let's get another one. Got him right behind the ear. Thought the camera was on. Sorry about that. Another one for the pot. Heck, this is why we squirrel hunt. They're decimating our cornfields. Might have to get crop damage permits. There's so many squirrels out there in the woods. People just need to get out there and do a little hunting. It's a great way to introduce younger kids to the outdoors, teach them gun safety, and just to spend some quality time with your kids. Like I said, you don't have to spend the whole day. Usually just out there a couple hours, and you'll see something to keep them interested. Well, here's the first one I shot. Nice tail on them. You could sell these to fly tires, like I said earlier. You don't get but a couple bucks for them, but it's better than them going to waste. While I'm sitting here cleaning these, I had another one running around over here to my right. Like I said, once you shoot one, just find a log, sit down, start cleaning them. You'll hear other ones moving around. Plus it gives you time to get everything cleaned up. You don't have to do it afterwards. So here we had a couple of squirrels in the cornfield stealing some corn off the corn stalks, and then one comes in the woods here, and something funny kind of happened, and we just couldn't stop laughing. I had my nephew with me. I shot the corn right out of his mouth. I thought I headshot him. I shot and I saw, I think that corn came right out of his mouth. Oh, shoot. I'd seen a gray squirrel over here in the corner, so I'd moved up into this area when right beside me a squirrel jumps up in this little tree that's kind of bent over, and I see him start his way up the tree here, and then he slowly moves in. This is where I had my first thought about Call of Duty, how aggressive this squirrel was. You get those aggressive players pushing you all the time. So after he ran by me on that branch, I kind of lost track of him. I thought he ran down another branch and out into the cornfield. So I was standing there just kind of looking around for him to see if I could see any movement. Next thing you know, he's literally staring at me on the face of the tree right in front of me. Dang, he came right at me. Felt like I was under attack. I'm standing here. He's on this tree. I saw him come across those branches right there and I lost him. Next thing I know, he's sitting right there. Nice squirrel. Nice little headshot. Another one for the pot. Chicken of the trees. I just saw a squirrel right here jumping between these trees, and he ended up on this leaning tree. So I moved up to try to get closer and get a nice view of him, but I lost him as I was moving up. So this is where I start kind of laughing because it reminds me of Call of Duty. You have a team, everybody's pushing. You always have those teammates that push too far, flip the spawns, and that's exactly what this felt like. I moved up, got to these trees where I last saw him. Next thing I know, sure enough, he's right behind me, right there on the tree. Just like the game, he spawns behind you. This is the point in the game where you start yelling at your teammates because they're pushing the spawns all the time, and you get shot in the back. Another prime Call of Duty event. You come around the corner, see your enemy, pull up your gun. What happens? You either forgot to reload in the game, or in this case, my gun was jammed and I didn't notice it. So yeah, in the game, this is where I'd get shot, respawn, get shot 3 or 4 more times before I take a step out of the spawn, and then get frustrated and turn the game off. But in this case, I chased this squirrel around for a little while, just never got a clean shot, and he stayed at the top of the trees. I do get one more opportunity at him, and you'll see here in a second.
Oh, what the shit.
I had this squirrel dead to rights. I couldn't believe it. He was looking over that branch, had him lined right up, and for whatever reason, I had a misfire. You better believe I went home and cleaned this 22 thoroughly, so hopefully from now on I don't have that issue. But unfortunately, I believe the shells that they put out now have that coating on them, and it definitely contributes to your gun jamming up. In the old days, I never had that issue with any of my guns, but I've noticed that wax coating that they put on a lot of these shells now seems to just cause buildup and everything in these guns. You've really got to keep them clean.
It's made this a hell of a lot harder than it needed to be.
So just like Call of Duty, the game will end. So did this hunt. Ended up with 4 squirrels. Good start on a new recipe. If you get a chance, get out and do some squirrel hunting. It's a lot of fun. It's just kind of relaxing. Spend a couple hours out in the woods. I ended up chasing this squirrel for a little ways before he just stayed at the top of the trees. I never did catch up to him.